Have you ever heard of Derby's dose? It sounds like a harmless remedy for an illness, but in reality, it was one of the most brutal forms of torture used on enslaved people during colonialism. The punishment was prevalent on plantations owned or run by Thomas Thistlewood, a man who was synonymous with cruelty and barbarianism. Thistlewood was an infamous slave master in Jamaica during the 18th century. The mere thought of this barbaric practice is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. In this video, we will delve deeper into what Derby's dose entailed and why it is important to remember such atrocities committed against the unjustly enslaved and oppressed. So buckle up as we delve into history's dark side and uncover the horrors of Thomas Thistlewood's Jamaica. The mere thought of the punishment known as Derby's dose is enough to make anyone cringe in horror. Enslaved people who attempted to escape or commit other offenses were subject to this brutal torture. But this punishment was even more disturbing because it was often carried out by Derby, one of Thistlewood's slaves. Who is Derby, and what led to this brutal punishment? According to historical accounts, Derby was a slave owned by Thomas Thistlewood. On May 25, 1756, Derby was caught eating young sugarcane stalks in the field. He was punished for his wrongdoing, and he was subjected to the Derby dose. The process involved beating the runaways severely until their wounds were open and exposed. Next, salt pickles, lime juice, and bird pepper were applied to those open wounds. The pain inflicted on these individuals must have been unimaginable. It is difficult for us to fathom the level of cruelty that those enslaved peoples endured at the hands of those who had power over them. It is even more disturbing when we consider that such atrocities were condoned and encouraged by plantation owners like Thistlewood. Derby's dose is a stark reminder of how far humanity can fall when greed and power take precedence over basic human decency. We must never forget what our fellow human beings went through during times of slavery and oppression, so that we may ensure it never happens again. Derby's dose was a cruel and inhumane punishment inflicted upon enslaved people who dared to escape or commit any offense on the Jamaican plantations.